Lena sat on the worn-out porch of her childhood home, the wooden planks creaking beneath her weight. The setting sun painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, the colors reflecting in her tired eyes. She took a deep breath, inhaling the scent of damp earth and wildflowers. This was her last evening here. Tomorrow, the house would belong to someone else. She had spent weeks sifting through memories, old photographs, letters tucked away in dusty boxes, and the scent of her mother's lavender perfume lingering in the fabric of forgotten clothes. Each item was a thread in the tapestry of her past, and now she had to unravel it. Lena had resisted selling the house for years, clinging to it as though the walls could somehow preserve the life that once filled them. Her mother's laughter in the kitchen, her father's quiet presence on the porch, her brother's footsteps racing through the halls. This house held echoes of the people she had lost. Letting it go felt like losing them all over again. But time had a way of forcing change. The repairs the house needed were beyond her means. The memories, once comforting, had turned into ghosts that held her back. And so, she had signed the papers. As she watched the sky darken, a soft knock at the door pulled her from her thoughts. She turned to see Daniel, her childhood best friend, standing there with 2 steaming cups of coffee. "Thought you could use this," he said, handing her one. She smiled, accepting the warmth in her hands. "You always know what I need." They sat in silence for a while, sipping their coffee, the quiet between them filled with unspoken understanding. "Are you ready?" he asked eventually. Lena exhaled slowly. "No. But I don't think I ever will be." Daniel nodded. "I get it. It's hard to say goodbye." She looked out at the vast field stretching beyond the house, remembering the summers they spent running through the tall grass, chasing dreams too big for their small town. "It's not just the house," she admitted. "It's everything. Letting go of the past means admitting it's over. That they're really gone." Daniel set his cup down. "Lena, they're not gone just because you're leaving this place." She turned to him, searching his face for reassurance. "They live in you," he continued. "In the way you laugh like your mom, in how you hum when you cook, just like your dad. In the way you fight for what you want, like your brother always did." He gave her a small smile. "They're not in these walls. They're in you." A lump formed in her throat, but she swallowed it down. Daniel reached into his pocket and pulled out a small, crumpled photograph. "I found this the other day." Lena took it from him, her breath catching at the sight. It was the 2 of them, no older than 10, covered in mud from one of their infamous adventures. Her brother Ethan stood behind them, grinning mischievously. She let out a shaky laugh. "I remember this. We thought we found buried treasure." Daniel chuckled. Turned out to be an old rusted toolbox. Lena traced the edges of the photograph with her thumb. The moment felt so real, as if she could reach out and touch it. "Take this with you," Daniel said. "Not as something to hold you back, but as a reminder that the love you've known will always be with you." She nodded, tucking the picture into her pocket. The night deepened, the stars appearing one by one. Lena took a final sip of her coffee, letting its warmth spread through her. "Tomorrow," she said, more to herself than to Daniel. He squeezed her hand gently. "Tomorrow." And for the first time in years, Lena felt ready to let go.